Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a little video on my final foliar feed of the year, show you how we do that, and then walk around, take a look at how the trees are starting to set their flowers for our fruiting season next year. But before we get started, hey, we got some hats. We got hats in, the Elsinore Gardener hats at the elsinoregardener.com, along with some shirts. And if you could, before we get started, hit that thumbs up button. That tells YouTube algorithms that we're a good channel and gives us a little better distribution and helps us out in YouTube land. So if you like the video, hit that button and we'll get started with the video. Well, here's what we use to get started. I like to use a little, you don't have to have any big expensive equipment. This is a little cheapy little pressure foliar feeder. And I have the two different things I use during the year. Fish fertilizer, which I use after flowering season in the evenings on the leaves. And then what I'm using today, fish and kelp fertilizer with molasses, gives us a little more food to store up for the flowering that's coming on these trees. Just going to be starting to pop out here shortly. So what it says to do here, we've got a half-gallon jug here. Going to put 1 tablespoon. It's 2 tablespoons per gallon, so I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in here. We'll get this opened up. I've already shook it up. We're going to have to eyeball it here. Just get us a little tablespoon look there. There you go. That's all we need. Put in our pump. Pump it up. And we'll go out and get started and show you how we do this. I'm going to let the sun go down a little more, so I'll get back to you shortly. All right, we're out here, if you've watched the channel for any period of time, at the mystery avocado tree that when we moved into the house a couple years ago was about 2-3 feet tall. I'm going to say it's 12 plus feet tall now. This one set flowers and set fruit last year but dropped them all, so here we are. We're going to just start doing a little foliar feeding on it. A little later in the day, no direct sunlight out here. There's no real crazy art to this other than getting the leaves a little nutrition. Make sure that you are not standing in the wind. Let's give this thing another little pump, add a little more air to it. And this is, like I said, a little half-gallon, inexpensive pressure pump. I'm just going to come in here and foliar feed these leaves. So we don't do it in the sunlight. We try and get it in a little cooler part of the day and stay out of the wind, which I'm not doing a real good job of right now. And just get this thing a little nutrition for our last little spurt before we head to spring and we get some flowering. Let's go over and do a few of the potted plants now. Here we are at some of the more recent trees we've done in videos recently. This is the Charwell in a 40-gallon container, a reed, a gem, and a Jan Boyce. Let's get started with these. Just saturate these leaves on the Charwell. Coming over to the JB, Jan Boyce. Oh, lost a little prime there. This isn't one of those big expensive carry on your back jobbers. This is just a little cheap $5 one I got at Aldi or something, one of those stores. Does the job very well for a fraction of the cost. You can see how we soak the leaves here. Get a nice soak on them. Come over to the reed here. Same thing. Now this reed has no fruit on it, unlike my other reed in the container that's got about 4 or 5 pretty good sized fruit on it that'll be ready next year. Give this a nice little spritz. Over to the gem. Pump this up again. The gem has just gone crazy. It's going in every different direction. Got a little battered by wind. We had some pretty bad Santa Ana winds out here in California a week or so ago, and I think we're going to get some more here pretty soon. So I wanted to get this final foliar feeding of the year finished, and then we'll come back next spring and get these trees ready for fruiting, which is our main goal as avocado growers. We want fruit on our trees. We also want trees that have healthy root systems that'll hold that fruit through the stressful times when we have lots of heat. So there's these container trees. Let's go look at the other ones. All right, let's start here with a seedling that I have, a little reed seedling, just to get that a little spritz. Then we have a reed in a 15-gallon container I put in there earlier in the year. Saturate the leaves. Here's my Hass tree that we did a video on when we bought it at Home Depot and changed out the Home Depot soil to the top pot soil from Laguna Hills Nursery. Check out those videos on soil that we use. Let's walk over here. Another seedling that I will be doing some grafting on because we got a great little Y growing on this that we'll graft a couple of different varieties on. Let's get this one a little. We're out of the heat of the day. There's no direct sunlight on these anymore. This here is a Charwell. One of my 3 or 4 Charwells I picked up. Right there. Lamb Hass again. And like I said, this is another Charwell we're going to do here. I'm going to pump up this thing a little more. This Charwell here got a little beat up in the wind the other day. But it's a crazy tree. It's going in every different direction. Lots of new growth coming in on it. I think we're going to see some flowering on it this year. I don't know if it'll set any fruit. It's still a pretty young tree. I got it in a 5-gallon container. If you look at where we're at now, pretty impressive tree. It's grown really well here. So just wanted to go with you and show you my last foliar feeding of the year here in the middle of December in Southern California. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. Like I said again, it tells the YouTube world out there that we're a good channel and gives us a little more distribution out into the YouTube area. So once again, there's our surprise back there. I'll get that one next, but we don't need to do that on camera. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. Check our merch out on the ElsinoreGardener.com. Thank you. Have a great holiday season.